2008 to 2010 Powerstroke cab lifting, all right? I was just doing this job I'm swapping a single turbo into my Powerstroke here. And I'm going to tell you guys what all you got to do if you want to lift the cab a couple inches. I've only got mine propped up on a single 2x4 on either side. All you're going to have to disconnect, I think, is I undid my coolant lines here, which I don't think you're going to have to do because, as you can see, now that it's jacked up, it still would have fit and stayed on there. You're going to have to do either side intercooler pipe, hot and cold, is going to have to come off of the turbo and come off the intake manifold. If you're going to go any higher than just a single 2x4, your parking brake cable here, that's going to have to be loosened up or taken off at the bracket back there because it's starting to get tight. I did take the strap off of these wires back here. There's a strap that bolts to the frame, and I ended up taking that out, and I just put it back in because I didn't need to even take that out. But if you're going to go any higher than what I just did, a couple inches, you're probably going to want to do that. Over here on your passenger side by your shock tower, there's this small wire right here. This, even if you're just going a couple inches, it's getting close. You're going to want to pop that off the frame there. And you're going to follow that up to your battery tray, and it clips in right here, and you're going to want to pop that off the battery tray. Steering shaft, I did remove, but it's looking like, as you can see there, I could have kept that in. If you're going to move your steering shaft, you need to get your steering wheel really secure so it's not going to spin on you when you do. Up here under the truck, if you, whether you do or do not disconnect your coolant lines, they have two clips right here that clip in front of this radiator core support that are going to have to come out. These are, you're going to want to take those out. So there's just a show if you want to lift the cab up a couple inches to get more room to your turbos or up pipes back here. I don't know if you're going to be able to get your turbo out. You should be able to with this amount of room just from jacking it up on a couple 2x4s. When you do go to pick this cab up, do not remove your body mounts with an impact. There's a internal nut in there that will spin, and if that happens, I'm not sure what you do. You're going to be kind of screwed. My body mounts are shot. I got to replace these. When you go to jack the cab up, you can do it one side at a time, and this is a solid spot to jack it up. That's where I did it. Or you can go down here in the middle, and you can do both sides at once on this radiator core support here. On your up pipes back here, I was able to get to both of the bottom nuts from the exhaust manifold with a 1/2-inch ratchet wrench. Put a cheater bar on them, and then that top one there, I was able to come from up top with a 3/8 drive flex head with a 1/2-inch deep socket on it. For this side, same thing with the wheel liner out like me. You're able to get both of these with just a regular 3/8 or 1/2-inch flex head ratchet with a 1/2-inch deep socket on them. And that back one back there, if you have your downpipe out, you might have to have your downpipe out to get it. I had to take my downpipe out. I got a new one. I had, even with the cab lifted, I had to cut my downpipe to get that downpipe out. You would have to jack it up probably another 2 inches to get that downpipe out in one piece. If you have that downpipe out, you can get to that back one back there with just a even an impact or a ratchet. You'll have plenty of room with a 6-inch extension or a 10-inch extension. On this EGR crossover pipe, it's going to be sitting up here like this. There's this bracket off the side of it. And your best bet to get at that, I'm pretty sure it's a 10mm bolt. There's a 10mm bolt and a 12mm bolt. Or either it's a 10mm and a 1/2-inch. But I'm pretty sure I took the 10mm bolt out, and it was easiest for me to get that from underneath the truck looking up towards the back of the motor.